It was very complicated in a way that you wouldn't think a person like me, if you just look at me, would go through certain things as far as like dealing with being in a low income household, as far as like relying on resources every single month just to get us through. It was a struggle, and it was hard to like watch my mom just try to do everything she possibly could to, make sure that we are okay with food, clothing, shelter. And she really pushed herself really hard, even when she was at her limit, to make sure that we were okay. The shelter wasn't in the best neighborhood. Like, I was putting my life at risk of being in that location. Going there and seeing like just the environment was really traumatic. Everyone was just sad and it was really depressing to see, everybody going through their own situation, and we're all trying to just somehow move and go through life with dealing with everything that we're having to deal with. Seeing people not being able to have like certain things that my family had, as far as like certain resources like food stamps or some type of social security income, it was devastating, because I would see kids that wouldn't be able to eat, didn't have many clothing, and it was just like I was just so afraid of what it would be like for my family, as far as like how long we would be there. And we were there for quite some time, and I didn't really think we would get out, or I thought we would have to start over again without any type of help. So I was very scared at that moment. One of the major things that I noticed while being at the homeless shelter was like the way that people were communicating with like the clients, and just treating them like they were below them, and just not being nice whatsoever. So it was like I was trying to prove myself, as far as like not to be stigmatized as this person that doesn't want to do anything and taking advantage of money if they had money, and stealing or anything like that. When you have people that treat you wrong and not willing to help you, kind of harming the situation even more, it's like what can somebody do besides just stay there and live through it without any help. Like, the biggest thing that I noticed for myself is I love to help people, and like, okay, what different majors could I go into as far as helping people? So I was like, okay, nonprofit, because I've worked with different local agencies in St. Louis, and I just realized, like, okay, that's something that I really like to do. And I was able to volunteer at a local nonprofit here, and I'm just able to like reach out to them and work with them with helping the homeless community. And it just really like reassured me, like, okay, this is something that I definitely want to do. And I just want to do more to help people become self-sufficient and not rely on like government assistance, because it's kind of like putting you through a repetitive cycle where you're never able to get out. So that's kind of what like that volunteer opportunity really pushed me to notice. Well, first I probably want to like try different nonprofits to see like exactly where I want to go into, because I know there's so many different options. And then eventually venturing out to open my own nonprofit. I feel like I want to bring it back to Kansas City, since this is like the place that really helped me like nurture a lot of the things that I know now. All my life I've seen something different for myself. Like, the situation that I was going through, it wasn't for me. It was something that I was just put in, and no matter what happened, as far as like when I got injured, when I had the concussion in high school or concussions in high school, I just couldn't stop, because I just wanted more for myself and I wanted more for my family, and I was willing to do anything to get it. Everything happens for a reason, and you'll definitely get through it. You have all the willpower. Never beat yourself up. Just keep going. You definitely have to allow other people to help you. You need to open up so that you can get the resources that you need to make it through, because you can't do it all by yourself when you're going through something like that. You just have to be as open as you possibly can, and trust yourself and appreciate every little accomplishment that you've made. It's only going to help you get to your goal faster.